Well, it was good. It was the first was tight, and then I thought we got, you know, as each period went on, we got kind of stronger and back to it. Some good shot blocks tonight, some good hard things that we did. Penalty kill especially good. Spencer really, really strong. And then the power play kind of changes the game for you.
Mackie Samoskevich with the power play goal. Just what
Yeah, and of
his
the
performance in that area?
well, he can get it to the net. I mean, that's a rocket pass that he has, and he has no time, and he has the hand strength and the hand skills to just to finish that play. He had a great shot through the seam last night, scored one as well. So it's a real good spot for him. We like the way it flattens out the rest of our lines, and in terms of minutes, so yeah, it was good.
Matthew Tkachuk had some big assists, but also just noticeable every time he was out there. What do you notice in those kind of games where he just kind of becomes a centerpiece?
Our entire game's better at a certain emotional level, and he's the driver of that. He and all of them really, but Matthew brings an intensity to the game every night, and he's wired into it. He's not faking it. That's the way he is when the puck's dropped, and that's infectious.
He seems to have upset a few of their top players, and you know, in 2 games you didn't see much out of him.
He affects the game on an emotional level. I saw a lot of it in Winnipeg, right? So, and that's when we are at our best. And I would probably say every NHL team, when you can get wired to a certain point, and he, one of those players that will drag you into a fight if you need to. But I didn't feel we needed it tonight. We did not come out flat. It was, you know, that's a good team. We're a good team, and it was a battle early. He can do both, right? He can be very physical, very aggressive, but he's got a great set of hands as well.
It's easy to look at the last 3 games and say, okay, it's all fixed. But when you look at them, just taking the result out, how much closer are you to where you want to be as you were compared to the 7-4? It's not about kind of almost fixing. It's okay. The problem is identified. The challenge is it's a really hard game to play. To play that way every night is very, very difficult. And we've been looking for a bit of that emotional well, that where do we get the energy to play like that? We haven't had it, and I'm not blaming them. Some of it is there's about a 10-day block of coming off Finland, but we weren't bad. I mean, both those Jersey losses, the game's tied halfway through, so we're not behind it that much, but we're not at our level, our game. So credit to I think the veterans and the leadership got the room wound up, and it started. There was a recognition that we weren't playing at a high enough level, and they got her going.
With the last 2 games, how much you love the third period, the ability to just finish both these
Been
games?
strong in the end, and part of that is that we started strong, especially in the 2 previous games, and that carried the momentum. So we're not burning energy, chasing down turnovers, or spending so much time. Carolina's really got a high offensive zone number. They move so well and they skate so well that you spend time in your end, and I thought we mitigated that strength by a strong forecheck.
Where do you think the trust level is with your team right now with Spencer Knight, now that you've had 2 months of games that count since he's been back?
Yeah, I think right on. I don't think we think about it. He's building as the season's gone on, from his start tonight to his first start. There's clearly an improvement every time he goes out. Our schedule now for the rest of the year says he's just going to get more starts too. We're still sitting on a lot of back-to-backs coming up. He's also earned them. So he's going to get, in the near future, I know he's going to get more starts.
Not to simplify things, but he's been good.
He's been really good. I mean, I think I don't really look at the goaltender's numbers to tell you how he's playing. Tonight, he found pucks through traffic. We did a marvelous job boxing out when we didn't. He was right there in sharp.
And Aaron Ekblad, a goal, first one in a while for him. Nice reward.
Good for him. His game is, I mean, the Toronto game was just spectacular. He was so good in it. The points now for Aaron are secondary to the value to our team. I think when he came into the league, most of those young, skilled defensemen, how many points can I put up? That's how I help the team win, and he understands that. So, but still want him to score as many as he can. It's good for his soul.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay,
Thank
guys.
you.